Okay, this instructional video is going to show you how to get through putting in your answers for your directed readings in science or your quiz worksheets in social studies in the program called Quizizz. So you'll see I've gone back to last Thursday's assignment. This is what you see when you log into Google Classroom and you click on today's instructions. All the slides for all the days are here on the left. So I've already got tomorrow's assignments posted. That's what's on the top. Then there was today's Monday, and then last Friday, and then Thursday, and then you just keep clicking and it keeps going. So on last Thursday, it said for you to click on this file and listen to me teach the lesson, watch the videos, and then complete EN 13, which is directed reading 1.3. And I even tell you how to get to your EN here at the bottom. So your EN should be in your Google Drive, and this is what your EN looks like. Hopefully you know. But this is directed reading 1.3. EN 13, as you can see over on the side. You look up the answers to these questions, and I've told you earlier you may want to get a sheet of notebook paper, number it, and write these answers down before you go to put your answers in Quizizz. But I know that number 1 is what is a representation of an object or a system called, and that is a model. And if you look in your textbook, it is exactly word for word in the first paragraph in this section. So number 1, the answer is model. So once you've looked up all these answers, you've written them down on a sheet of notebook paper, then you're going to go to Quizizz and you're going to use the code that I've given you. If you use that code within the first 24 to 48 hours, it will work. If you don't, it's not going to. And for these first few weeks, I'm being lenient and I'm giving you a new code. But once we've been doing this for a while, I expect you to get your work done within 24 to 48 hours. Preferably, just like we were at school, you would be doing this in the classroom and it would be done before you ever left my room. So I tell you to go to join my Quizizz. And this is going to come up and it's going to ask you for the join code. So whatever that code is that I've given you, that is what goes here. And then you click join, and it may ask you to log in or sign up or do any of these things. You can go ahead and sign in with Google if you would like, or sign up with Google if you've not already done so. And you're going to do your severe.org account. And then as soon as you've done that, and I see it's telling me that to recheck my code, that it's an invalid code. So that code has run out. If you will give me just a second, I will generate a new code. Or I will find one that has a new code to give that to you. So now my screen is going to look totally different. And that code should work. And I think that's the one that I just used. All right, and it will say your name is, that's if you have an account. If you don't, you have to type in your first and last name. And then you click start, and this is where you're going to actually start the game, which you're putting in your answers. And this would be to the directed reading 1.3. Gives you a countdown. And remember, we said that the answer to number 1 was C, because you're not going to see the questions. It'll tell you if you miss it or if you get it correct. Now, I don't have it written down in front of me, so I'm going to guess. Notice I missed it, but it gave me the correct answer. That's where you will write on your sheet where you've put your answers that you missed it then you can go back to your directed reading and figure out why you missed it, because you'll now have the correct answer. There is a timer bar that's going across the top, so you must get these answers in within the time that I've given you, or you will automatically miss it. Just like once you have logged in to take a Quizizz, you're there, and you cannot log in again. It's a one-time and done. So you need to have your answers completed before you go to the Quizizz to put your answers in. This is the same process that you're going to do in social studies. There's no difference, except instead of them being directed reading, they're called quizzes. So you're putting the quiz answers into the program Quizizz. As always, if you have any questions, you're not understanding what to do, you know how to get in touch with me.